Hi, and in this video we're going to have a look at how we stream the TImage from the server to the client using JSON objects within DataSnap. So let's jump into the IDE. Now, the one unit of code within the Business Display Systems demo that you will need to look at is the one called Business Object Serialization. Now, in here we're going to start by having a look at the method at the bottom. So right at the bottom here, the one thing that we need to do is have the initialization, which tells us to go run this procedure, which is register reverters and converters. So let's just Control F on that to go find it. There we are. And that's going to go run this method. Now in here we've got some procedures that are being declared here. We've got the converter function and the reverter procedure, and these then go through, and we can see here this is creating a TImage interceptor and using the object converter or the object reverter depending on which one it's for. So we'll go and have a look at those in a second. But basically what the rest of the registration does, once it's defined how to go and do the converter and reverter as part of the procedure, is it then just goes through, and I've just got a loop here that finds each of the type of objects that I want to register the TImage reverter converter for. It goes, gets that, and then just creates an instance of reverter and converter and adds it to the JSON, the TJSON converters reverters section, using the TJSONConverters.addReceptor and addConverter. Okay, so once we've got them registered, we can obviously go and define then what these are doing. So if we go and control-click here, find declaration, here we can see we've got the TImage interceptor with the two methods exposed. And if we just drop into this one using Control-Shift-Down arrow, we can now see here that we're using runtime type information to get hold of the data of the class type that is being passed in, and we then get the field, we then get the data value, and we know it's going to be a type of TImage, so we get the local value, and we then can convert that from an image into a byte stream. And once we've got it as a byte stream, we can then return that back, which a byte stream is something that JSON already knows how to deal with and work with, so we can send it over as a byte stream. And then on the other side, on the reverter, we can then go ahead and we can assert that we have got a T byte stream, and as long as we have got the T byte stream, we can then go ahead and revert it back. That's just a bit of defensive coding. And basically once we've got hold of the local value on the object, we can then load back into the bitmap the byte stream with the load from stream method that's already there. So that way we can convert the TImage to a saved format which is then transportable, and then on the other side we can then convert it back into the TImage that we want it to be. Now we also have in here the T byte stream representation, which has a TJSON reflect true attribute added to it. That's what these square brackets are here. That identifies it as an attribute of the class because it's above the class. And this allows the marshalling system within DataSnap to free this object once it's done with it. Because this happens once it's gone beyond the scope of the method that's being called, we need DataSnap to then take care of the freeing of the object. So that's what we can do there with the JSON reflect attribute set to true. Okay, so let's go and have a quick look at the object declaration here. Now the other thing that we can see on here is we've set on the fimage the JSON owned to be false. Because we've created our own interceptors for it, we don't want the JSON to go ahead and own this object in the same way because we're dealing with it. And that's the last thing that we need to do there, just to make that all work through quite happily.